Welcome to John Makes Beats, where John makes beats. I'm your host, Jim, and today we're going to be making a beat on the MPC-X Special Edition. Today we also have a special synthesizer from Melbourne Instruments. Could you believe these guys are from Australia? It's crazy. This one's called the Delia. This has digital oscillators and analog filters, and that's my bag. I love digital oscillators and analog filters. All of these knobs are motorized knobs, so if I go to a different preset and load it up, watch what happens. That is crazy. That means that this attack really is right here. I don't have to guess. I don't have to turn it until it catches where it's supposed to be or anything like that. Having motorized knobs on a synthesizer is crazy. And we're going to use the chroma console too as a signal pass-through for the synthesizer, so that way I can add certain effects and stuff like that. So without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to head over here and let's see what we got. If I could find something that inspires me to get started on a track, then that would be nice. That's a cool start. I'm gonna mess with this patch a little bit and try to get something here that I like. Let's take this patch and let's make it something else. Roll up the attack there a little bit. What else about this do I want to change? Maybe put some more distortion on that filter. Distortion and then close on that cutoff a little bit. I want it to be a shorter sound. I don't want it to ring out as much. I do like that short, plucky, like computerized sounding thing. I'm gonna try to make this sound a little bit more interesting with the chroma console effects. Now the chroma console's adding this like really short delay with enough feedback to make it kind of sound a little metallic, and I like that a lot. We're also going to turn up the pitch wobbleness. These are all scientific terms, don't worry about it. Ooh, the way the velocity affects the cutoff a little bit on the synth, and then the way it's playing over there. Get some really expressive chords if you sort of just have some variability in how hard you're pressing the keys. I mean, if I really go gentle, that's really good. Maybe a little sustain. I'm thinking like maybe like a arpeggiator or something, like a melody, something like an earworm. Not necessarily a chord progression, but just something that repeats. Yeah, something like that. I wanted to be able to give myself some space further down the line to maybe change the key if I want and keep this melody. If I do this, I'm locking myself into key because of this note. But if I leave this open, then I could do this and this. I can go both. So that's what we're gonna do. I can play it looser, and then when I chop it, I can sort of get those gaps and get the choppy feeling without baking myself into a specific timing. I want it to sound like, a sample chop. That one really hard. So let's keep that. We're gonna go to a new drum track. We'll drop it in here, and then we'll go to sample edit. Now we can start chopping. That needs to be brought back a little bit. There's something about this sound, I really like it. Each of these is a little bit different. So if I swap out some notes with other notes, it'll sound more organic. I have all that. So we're going to convert this to new drum track using slices. Let's throw it through Flavor Pro. I think it works better when it's slower like that. Because it works slower like that, we have a problem. You see, these slices are actually ending before I press the next one. So we're turning up the tail start, and we're turning on tail length. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually kind of like that more. That's what I'm going to go with. Let's turn the tempo of this down. Now let's mess around with this a little bit. Some tube drive. There's not a lot of motion. And there's one way we can correct that. There, that sounds more interesting to me. We'll find a drum loop that I think would go well with this. There we go, the Carpenters. Let's make the Carpenters happen. Now let's just clean this up. I'm pretty sure that we can come up with something nice here. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. All right, we're gonna try that. Whatever the hell that is. We're gonna do time correct because this is crazy stuff. Yeah, we're going in. Let's just work on these drums for a little bit. We'll use ping pong looping. There's only one part where it doesn't work. This one. Let's see what we can do here. That would sound better. Time correct swing. I'm gonna make it like 59, 60. Let's do it. Let's see what's up. Woo! Almost sounds like a whoosh. Let's clean this up a little bit to make it sound a little bit better. That's a little bit too much like a bucket. I want to have a little bit less thud. There we go. Bring up the high pass filter. The kick's a little chunky. Let's do the tube drive. A little bit of saturation on the kick. Low pass. Oh, that is sweet. Now let's bring in that melody. It'll sound a lot better in the track, I promise. This is just like one idea. I need to build around this idea though. And this melody won't be there the whole time. It'll come in during just key moments. So let's go back over here and let's see if this is a good idea or not. What else you got for me? I still like the idea of it. Maybe if I turn it up by 1 octave, it'll get out of the way enough. And then I put a delay on it. That's nice. That's nice and psychedelic. Then we can go here. Something pretty like that, I think, would be nice. I want to play it loose like that because it really offers a lot. Hey, that sounds good. I like that. We're going to turn those chords up a little bit. We're going to turn the melody down because it should really be in the background. There we go. That's fire. Hey. Woo. That's a bass line right there. I think those chords need a little bit of a compression, and I think that they also need to get some of their mids taken out. Yeah, very nice. Let's build on top of this. Hey, let's do this. Every synth should have motorized knobs and every synth should have computer keys, man. The interface is so good. I love it. In order for this to really sit well, I need to bathe this in something. It's good synth, but I think it needs like a reverb or a diffuser delay. That's sick. That's exactly what we need right here. All right, let's keep moving. That's cool. I like that. This is a weird track. I like where it's going, man. Let's just put the high pass filter all the way up and let's, I don't know, take out like 300. Let's start building this out. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's hardcore. All right, we're going to record this. Record this to tape. So let's do that. Very nice. That little sound in the background, that was the melody that we started with. I found a place for it. This part's crazy. That's a track right there. All right, I didn't expect for it to go where it went. Just started with some, like an arpeggiator, like a melody or something like that, and we just found our way into, psychedelic sad town. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to hear this track as well as all the other tracks I make on the channel, go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon, where you can get access to albums upon albums of material that I've made on and off the channel. There's also a Discord, and that's where you get invites to these streams where I'm filming all the episodes. We've been here for 2.5 hours right now, even though you've only been here for several minutes. So if you want to be a part of that craziness, go ahead and join me over there. Also, I have a second channel now called John Talks Beats. So if you want to hear me do more of this and less of this, well, that's where you go. Other than that, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Peace.